Hello everyone, dear Architects here, bringing to you another episode on Final Fantasy XVI. Where we last left off, we made our way into basically the kingdom of the Iron Bloods. And while we were there, we managed to tackle on with the task at hand of taking out the Mother Crystal. And Jill also managed to basically move on from her past and was triumphant in defeating the weird creature that was there, guarding the crystal, and thus we destroyed the Mother Crystal at Drake's Breath, which now makes us now that there's only now 3 crystals left to go in order for bearers in that to roam free. This time, we won't be doing anything today other than tackling on a few side missions, as well as dealing with some of the bounties, which I will show on the board. Oh, toggle. That's nice. So, without further ado, let us basically get every side quest first before basically heading out. So, hello, miss.
Oh, bother. Whatever am I to do now, Clive?
What's the problem?
About what?
I've 2 dresses that need stitching, but I haven't got a scrap of linen. Those girls' rags are so threadbare. It's a wonder they don't fall to pieces. And we most certainly cannot have that. A certain amount of decorum must be maintained, even here at the hideaway. You wouldn't want the poor things going without decent clothes now, would you?
Heavens no.
Of course not. What can I do to help?
Oh, aren't you a dear? You see, I've paid for 2 bolts of cloth from the drapers in Northreach, blue and red. But they don't deliver, not to places that aren't on the map anyway, so I'll need someone to take this receipt and collect them.
And you'd have this someone be me.
I would. And don't let them fob you off with anything less than what I paid for. 1 bolt of blue and 1 of red. I expect them both.
Righto. Cut of the cloth. And we get a shit ton of renown and gil, which we aren't really interested in.
They said they'd give us new clothes.
Yep, you get new clothes, you're getting some new threads. Now, here's a quest that basically I did put off, unfortunately, which I have to go and do.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Yet normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
Yeah, I'll speak to Blackthorn.
Fine. If you think it will help.
Knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once.
Hey!
So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Fucking racist motherfucker. Racist, that's what the hell he is. Okay, but since we're here, we might as well tackle a tiny bit of the side quest. So let's make our way there right quick. But first, I've got to talk to this guy.
I didn't take you for a scholar, Ivan.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Sure, I wouldn't mind tackling a few.
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer.
Sure, Sir and Scott wouldn't mind.
Fine. I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
Anytime.
Dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Culinary pilgrimage. Yeah, and even though I'm not getting anything out of it, I'm still getting some renown. Okay, now I'm here. Let's again speak to Blackthorn. Hey, Blackthorn!
First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Aww.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. We're going.
So it's level work?
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Hey Karen. Did you take the kids?
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft,
Cuirass.
from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe. Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind.
Will
While
do.
you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Okay, now that we've got our course set of heading out, let's scan and see the final of the 2 side quests that we're going to do today. And it's none other than down here, in the luscious, I would say, greenhouse area, as such.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
What is it?
Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
Why not?
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory.
So if you don't remember her, she was in the old hideaway and told us to fetch us a quest when it came with some soil and that. And unfortunately her, as well as the other guy, passed away when the old hideaway was getting attacked. And I will give the apples to these lot in a second, but first we need one more spot to get into, which is this dude.
Sid, I know that when we came to the hideaway, we chose to let go of our past in order that we might focus on our future.
We did?
Nonetheless, I was wondering if... Well, I know you are from Rosaria, and I'm in need of someone with intimate knowledge of those lands. Apparently, the duchy is home to all manner of curative herbs found nowhere else in the realm. Among them is a flower called a morganbeard that increases the potency of lesser medicines.
I can't say that I've had much practice healing. My youth was spent in the Bailey.
A shame. You see,
Bailey?
the hideaway relies heavily upon medicines procured from afar. And when those shipments are late, well, it's our sick who suffer. If we could find this flower and learn to grow it here, we might save many lives. However, as you are well aware, Imperial occupation has rendered the roads unsafe for those like me, untrained in the military arts. Now, I'm not asking the busiest man in the hideaway to drop everything and make the journey for me, but if you happen to be in the duchy on other business...
Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Tell me of these Morganbeards, then.
But of course, if my old tomes are to be believed, the flowers are bright yellow and as large as goblins' eyes. Oh, and they grow in the marshes of Sorrowwise. If I am to propagate them here in the backyard, I will require several samples, preferably of blooms which have already gone to seed. And before I forget, I do seem to recall learning in the course of my research that their odor has the tendency to attract unsavory creatures. Nothing you cannot handle, though, I'm sure.
Gee, thanks. Root of problems, indeed. Okay, now we've got every side quest available. Let's head out into the vast major and tackle all these side quests. Ooh, shimmer of light there. That's pretty cool. First, let's give the curse breakers their apples.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
There you go. Apple.
Martel,
Now, where have I heard that name before?
Old Hideaway.
Weren't she the girl from the furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Anytime. Nope, more Crossbreaker. Here you go, dude. Apple.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, make Martell livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martells, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid.
You're
You can leave
welcome.
the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
Will do.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Yeah, I'll probably do that when I come and make my trip back. But also, if you want to speak to Nectar here and ask about the Griffin sighting, hoping to hunt down the Griffin, Kupo, then I have the bulletin for you, Kupo, especially a horrible one, so-called Duzma. And don't you worry your pretty little heads, I will show off every location of where all these people are at the end. So don't you worry your pretty little heads. So without further ado, let's make our way now out fully into the world. And our first stop will be the culinary one.
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up, hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer. When there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that.
It always says the word yet.
You wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 reeds would be your best bet, if memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Okay, let's make our way there and get the scorpion tails. And here we are with the scorpion tails. And let's hopefully finish this up with Flynn's Rebirth. Nope, we got some tough ones here. Okay, there's 1. 2. Okay. Okay, there's another 1. There's another 1. And there we go, under. Stacking it, we get some XP, some gold, and the necessary items that we need.
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad.
Well, we will do that later, Clive. For now, we've got other places to go, so let's tackle on the next one.
The marshes near the Abbey are certainly damp. Let's see if they're damp enough for Morganbeards.
Okay. Well, we have found the location, which is the root of the problem side quest. Okay, these goblins get on my fucking nerves. One sec. Okay, so it's about that. Just was in the middle of a fight. And I think we've got more of a fight. Oh, god damn it, we do. Alright, let me tackle this problem.
Size of a goblin's eye. Not this goblin. He certainly wasn't wrong about the big track to the flowers, though.
And there we gander. Okay, let's collect our spoils. There's one.
Bright yellow. These are our Morganbeards, all right.
And there's two.
There's something familiar about this scent. It reminds me of home.
Is there more? Hang on. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's more. For a second there, I thought I was going to have to basically cut the head. And there's our third one.
Hopefully this will be enough. I've had my fill of goblins.
Yeah, I think you can understand that, Clive. Okay, let's tackle on with our next side quest.
Let's hope the Draper has Hortense's cloth.
Yep. Right now, we're tackling on with the tailor problem. Excuse me, miss. We're here to pick up our goods.
Might I interest you in some swansdown? Perhaps some seersucker or herringbone?
Just some linen. 2 bolts. Already paid for in full.
There you go.
Apologies, my lord.
Oh, no, weird. I mean, she actually referred to me as her lord. Thank
We were
you.
due to arrive on a caravan from Bucklad, but there's been little traffic on the road these past few days. My mother thinks it might be bandits, but she always thinks it's bandits.
It usually is. So I assume the caravan will be coming from the south.
Yes, hopefully carrying all manner of spice and sundries. Wait, you aren't thinking of...
Going to find it. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Oh, well then, be safe?
You too, miss. And I actually will respect you for actually referring to me by my actual title. Big up respect to that lady. Okay. Now that's taken care of, let's make our way to, well, the caravan. I seized the caravan on arrival. Do you have anything that belongs to me by any chance? Is it bandits?
That damn bird's a menace.
Hey, don't judge Ambrosia. Thank you, Ambrosia, by the way. What the hell's the problem?
Who's gonna buy my wares now? State your animals left them in.
But they hardly damage us all.
Did you diss this chocobo, good sir?
If you're a bandit come to steal my stuff, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. And all thanks to this fool.
What happened?
It was you who stepped into my path.
Only after that feather-brain trampled me.
You dissing the chocobo?
I demand recompense, be it in coin or the items you carry. Refuse, and I shall report you to the garrison and see you hanged.
These goods are expected in Northreach. I mean, they're not mine to give away.
You wouldn't happen to be on your way from Bucklad, would you?
I am, but did someone from the market send you? Please, you have to help me. I can pay whatever you ask.
So the fool has protection. And coin, too. Sorry, friend, but we'll be the ones taking it. Oi! Killer! It's time to collect!
I told you not to call me that. And we'd have already collected if you hadn't insisted we'd put on this little act.
Bandits!
As I told one of your customers, it usually is. Let's get this over with.
Okay, we will. And just to make sure...
Bird lover, you take the handsome one, killer.
Hang on, are you dissing the chocobo, fam? He's dissing fucking chocobos, this motherfucker! Okay, let me kill this motherfucker real quick and I'll be right back. And there we go, and our kill has been taken care of. Doing so, we get some XP. And some useless shit. Now give me my cloth and leave the bird alone, otherwise I will kill you.
Alright, alright. You made your point. Killing my ass.
You do that is my
Did he hurt
chocobo.
you?
No, thankfully. He seemed intent on letting the bandit do his dirty work for him, and he would have succeeded had the Great Lender not sent you. My shipment is safe, and my livelihood with it. You must allow me to reward you.
We can speak of that once you're safe in Northreach. I'll accompany you there.
Like, could you not just give us the lever and, you know, I'd be on my way? No? Alright.
So, you and my mother were right. It is always bandits.
And were it not for the kindness of our free sword here, you'd be buying your order back from them at twice the price. Now, if you don't mind, I have a pressing appointment at the Vale before my return to Boklad. Farewell.
Yeah, appointment. Thinking of what that might mean. Have fun!
Oh, I almost forgot. I suppose you'd be wanting your linen.
Please?
Be happy to know both bolts arrived safely along with the rest of the delivery. I've also added a few extra lengths of our finest fabrics to the bundle.
Oh,
Free of charge.
thank you. I'll gladly take those off your hands.
My mother would insist. It's the least we can do for the man who saved our shipment.
That's that done then. Now it's back to Hortense with her cloth.
Yep, we will tackle that, but there's one more side quest that we've got to the end of do. So let's get Ambrosia. Oh yeah, and as you can see, you can also pimp out Ambrosia, which is kind of nice. So let's tackle our thing real quick, and I'll be right back.
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
And if you can see over here, we can see our fine feathered friend.
Straight home now.
Get on your way. Dozma. Rank B. With over 10,000 that and a shit ton of renown. Let's tussle with the Griffin. Oh, this man summoned a tall fucking NATO. Nope. I won't skip this one, unfortunately. Nope. Nice try. And let me... Oh wait, wrong button. Oh, I think I can see our friend as well. Okay, look at these on him. No, that's bad, that's bad. Okay, I've done these bad boys. Claws. Okay, now he's down. Put this down. That. And Flames Rebirth. And since basically enough he's down for the count. Oh wait, I've already used it all much. God damn it. Oh, motherfucker! Okay. Get all these on him. Nope. Close. Claws. Oh, fam. Thanks, Toggle. Oh, he's going for it again. Oof. Grabbing his ass down. Then these bad boys. Claws. God damn it, he beaked me. I'm gonna use this one more time. Oh shit. That's the wrong move, Clive. Okay, he's almost down. And there we go, finished off with a lunge attack. Fuck you, crow friend. Fuck you. Doing so, we get XP, renown, a shit ton of a gil, and taking it down, we get this bad boy. Goodbye, Griffin. What is it, boy?
Something there, boy.
I never thought I saw someone here. You okay?
Could that be our man?
Good sir, are you okay? We will heal you.
Are you alright?
Dare say I'll survive.
For now.
Griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sent you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Yeah, we want your level work, good sir. We want to know the secrets.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Actually, I suppose you could give him this.
I mean, we kind of saved your life, so it's the least you can do.
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you.
On your way now.
Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
Yeah. Hey, since we now got tinned leather, and everything all done, let's deliver everything back to the hideaway. Our first stop is deliver the silk.
Clive, sorry again for sending you all that way. But you did get my order, didn't you?
Don't worry. I have it. I believe this will more than satisfy your needs.
There you go.
Let's see here. One bolt of red, one bolt of blue. What's this? I don't recall ordering any silk or velvet, or... Is this gold work? Krieger's ghost. If that devilit of a draper expects me to pay for these...
No, it's free of
Don't
charge.
worry on that score, Hortense. They were a gift. For services rendered. I can always return them if you like.
Oh, no. Oh, there's no need to be hasty now, Clive. I'm sure I can put all three to good use. Speaking of which one's most to your liking?
I don't know.
Black, white. I go for the black one.
This one, I suppose.
I've a mind to give a piece to Jill. Did you know she's quite the little seamstress?
I know needlecraft was amongst her lessons at the castle.
Her lessons? Oh, that's right. The two of you were raised together in Rosalith, weren't you?
Kind of.
Quite together, but when my father put down the uprising in the Northern Territories, Jill was taken as a ward to ensure that her father, the Silvermane, would keep the peace.
She's an honest-to-goodness princess then, isn't she? I could tell, you know. Some people just have that air about them. Not many round here, mind. I'd offered to sew her something that might better suit her station. But she'd most likely turn me down, as she always does. Tell me not to waste the fabric when it's better used on the children.
Don't take it the wrong way. She certainly seems to be attached to the last outfit you made her.
Oh. Sometimes I think she never takes it off.
Well, if you're talking about the one that she's wearing now,
Perhaps
that
makes
was
up for herself
thanks to
with your
DLC.
gifts. Either way, I'm sure she won't turn it down.
We'll see, I suppose.
There we go, one of our side quests complete. The Cult of Cloth. We get to renown, gold, XP, gold, and some silk. Which, nothing the less. Okay. Now let's make our way to this bad boy and give him the scorpion tails.
Hunting down bearers, stringing.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
We sure as hell did.
I did indeed.
5 of them to be exact.
Marvelous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long.
Alright. Gonna cook us up a storm. That doesn't look
I
tasty.
present Chance's stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm not hungry.
Even he knows.
It'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss.
You okay?
Odin's teeth. What an assault on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency, there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavors, but never have I tasted anything so fine. Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're, welcome.
I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A
Yay.
single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
There we go. Another quest complete. We get some XP and a bit of renown. And we get the Badge of Might, which increases our defense by 30%. Okay, now that that's done, let's give Blackthorn his reward. And this is the one for plus, so we are going to get ourselves an upgrade.
Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
Nope, we got him.
And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
There you go. Some tanned leather.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea.
Yay!
Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a Cursebreaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
He seems chipper.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted. I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
Never know you two were close. There we go. Never quest complete. XP and renown. And we get a piece of crafting material. The Dark Slayer gear recipe. Which I would say, I think it's a bit more better than ours. I think it's only for armor. Dark Instance, not crafting, yep. So I think Blackthorn here can craft us some of it. Yeah, here it is, Dark Slayer belt, but we are going to need to kill a beast in order to get both. So I'll probably do that off camera. Sadly though, it's not for the weapon, it's just for armor. But it's good in the end, you know, could keep us alive for a bit, especially with what I'm doing. Okay, let's go and deliver the final two quests. Excuse me, good sir, the apples were a success.
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die?
Good ones always go soon.
She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
And there we go. A fond farewell to Martha, even though we barely knew her. And doing it, we get Martha's apples, which is going to be put in our display in my room. Okay, let's tackle on the last one. Excuse me, sir, we have your medicine.
It is rare that we see you so often in the backyard, Sid. What brings you to the gardens?
It takes a while to get here, but here's your crops. My ears always itchy, goddammit.
Yes, wonderful. These are almost identical to the plates in my tome. Did you have any trouble locating them?
Got some
Finding
goblins.
them was the easy part, but it's odd. They remind me of my childhood somehow.
It's probably the
I don't remember
goblins.
these flowers specifically, but you must have grown them in the castle garden. If the petals are meant to improve the effectiveness of medicines, it's possible that the court physicers grew them for the tinctures and treatments they made my brother.
If the ducal healers were convinced of their properties, that is all the more reason to begin growing our own supply here. Oh, allow me to use some of the flowers you brought me to make something that might aid you on your travels. I need only a moment to extract the essence from the petals. And here we are. A phial of pure Morganbeard extract. A single drop added to any one of your restoratives will increase its potency. At least I hope it will.
There we go. The final side quest done. Oh, and I think I've leveled up as well. Hey, I have! See, that's another reason why you should do side quests. And doing it, we get that. Which now increases our healing items. So that's a must-have. Thank you, good sir. This is why. Don't sleep on these. Yeah, and I basically explained it increases our healing functures and that. Okay, now there's only one thing left to do, and that is the hunting board. So let us make our way there. Now, for the hunting board, they give you a set of locations on where you need to find them. I will point out and state that I will not be doing the all these bounties on camera. I will be doing them off camera, but I will show you the location on all of them. Right, so here's the location of the first one, which I'll pop up on the screen right now. Location of the second one. Location of the third one. And finally, the third one. Now, I will point out the ones with the pictures on are pretty easy to find. However, these ones, are kind of a bit hard to find. Like I say, they give you a riddle, and you gotta basically find it on the map. But if not, you can also look up a handy dandy YouTube video like yours truly in order to basically find out on where they are. So, I am probably now going to leave things off here, but when we next come back, we will probably check and see how Jill is doing. Hopefully she is okay on that, but knowing me, she'll probably be alright. So, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like. If you didn't, then don't, and give rat's ass. However though, if you are interested in joining the Rat Kingdom in any way, shape or form, a link to our Discord server is in the description below. But for question of the day, I've got to say, if you had an opportunity to choose out of any of the jobs that we got here in today's side quests, whether it's cooking, tailoring, blacksmithing, or being a farmer, which of those jobs would you pick and why? So let me know your thoughts in the comments below on that. But yeah, that being said, hope you enjoyed, and as always, peace. The X is out.